Jill's
I'm
never
not wearing pants.
never wearing pants. It's very uncomfortable.
I am not indeed wearing any pants.
It's the Upgroove Podcast, Season 2, Episode... Well, we've kind of lost track.
This is technically Episode 5,
right.
But it's only 4 for those listening
yes.
because 4 kind of went in the shitter.
Yes, it was... you could say it died last week.
You could say it died.
We thought it was one of our finest efforts, but...
That's a shame that the public will never get to hear that episode.
Technical issues, they happen.
They do.
Happen. I'm Rob Rossi.
I'm Chris Pastrick.
I'm Jill Leonard.
And we're sad. It's been a tough week.
It's been a shit week.
Yes. I almost felt bad being as upset as I was of Tom Petty, knowing everything that happened in Las Vegas.
Oh.
And then I was upset because, quite frankly, I had a glimmer of hope Tom Petty was going to give like the middle finger to death there for a while.
Yeah.
Because of the pronouncements.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was coming back, and then,
kind of gave new meaning to the waiting is the hardest part.
Oh, man. Stop dragging our heart around and all of those
the heartbreaker,
titles.
you could
Free
say.
falling.
Yeah.
Too soon?
Nah.
Okay.
We're assholes.
So Tom Petty,
Right.
we lost Tom Petty, and it had us thinking, and we mean this in good spirits. We're not, a disclaimer, we are not wishing any ill on the people we're about to discuss in this episode of the Upgroove Podcast, but we're going to do a death episode, the death show, because we realize there are people in Pittsburgh that we're just not ready to say goodbye to, just like we weren't ready to say goodbye to Tom Petty.
Absolutely.
So we've been thinking about this all morning, and we encourage you, send us some tweets at Upgroove, follow us on Facebook. And we're going to have cards posted on similar stuff. But this is our death show, and we mean it by people we don't want to see die because we don't want to say goodbye.
People we're talking about today, we do not want to die. Not that we want anybody to die.
Yeah.
Oh, I want some people to die.
Jill does.
Mostly they're in Philly, though.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
Yes. So it's I guess the rule is what?
Well, now, first of all, we started this concept came up when we started talking about people that like famous people, Oprah.
Not that these Pittsburgh people aren't famous.
Absolutely not, but like Oprah and Bruce Springsteen and Paul McCartney and Beyonce, and then we kind of turned it to Pittsburgh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. These are people in Pittsburgh who, if they die, we'd be like, man, we're going to miss them.
Right.
So, Jill, I think since you're so anxious for people to be buried, you should
Why
start.
don't you kick it off?
I would say that I will be devastated if and when Sally Wiggin dies.
Oh, that's a good call.
I
That's
watched
a
her
very good
as a
call.
child.
Sally will be upset too.
Yes.
Knowing Sally a little bit, nobody will be more upset about Sally dying than Sally. But yes.
Sally was one of the reasons I became a journalist.
Wow.
I watched her every night growing up, and I was like, that would be a cool job. Unfortunately, I have a face for newspapers. So there went that
Sally
dream.
was at the Steelers home opener, and she was upset because they had thrown her a surprise 60th birthday party. And she was upset that people were like acknowledging she was 60.
Oh,
And I'm like, Sally, nobody thinks you look 60.
No, I was going to say
No.
she doesn't
No.
look 60,
No.
and that's interesting because I didn't know if it was because of the surprise, because I know I hate surprise.
Well, because
parties.
at 60, you might be surprised in a bad way.
Well,
you know,
that's true.
But
And Sally loves animals too, and I'm a crazy cat lady, so I feel
You
like
are
we're
crazy.
soul
And you do
sisters
have
that way.
cats.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I feel like we're soul sisters.
Sally's like one of the nicest people. She's one of the few people when you meet, like, she's really nice. She's genuinely like,
Really?
oh, Rob, how are you? How are things in life? What happened to your hair? Like, just like, she'll be like saying nice things. And be like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. But really, what happened? Why are you wearing
Awesome.
that?
It's good to know because I
Yes.
really like Sally,
Yes.
and I think you're right. I think everybody likes Sally Wiggin.
Right,
So.
she's a Pittsburgh icon.
Does everybody
Absolutely.
like Pittsburgh Dad enough if he would go?
No.
You know what?
Basing off that sigh by Chris, I'm guessing
Well,
the answer is...
because I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about how much they like Pittsburgh Dad, and
We mean the
"No, I love
character.
Pittsburgh
Right.
Dad."
The character,
The
not the guy.
character,
Not the
right.
guy who
No,
plays
no,
it.
no, no. But if the character were to meet some kind of a, steel mill accident or something,
Yeah.
so
I think he
I
might.
don't
I think
know.
the actor might be willing to see the character sort of meet a
maybe,
steel
maybe.
So maybe Pittsburgh Dad, the character, doesn't make our list.
yeah.
No,
So
that's
maybe
not on
that's
my
a-
list.
So we
maybe
got
that's a
Sally
pass.
Wiggin on the list.
Yeah.
No Pittsburgh Dad.
How about Michael Keaton?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'm
he's not.
ready.
He doesn't live in Pittsburgh like the others, but he is.
He
so
might as well.
ingrained.
He
with
makes
Pittsburgh.
everywhere he is Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he obviously loves the city. He loves the pirates. He loves the
He might, after Bill Mazeroski, be the last great living pirate.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
Yeah.
But no, I'd be sad. I'd have a hard time coming into work when Michael Keaton dies
because you know what, and
he's Batman.
We're not ready for him to die because he is a great actor. He has got so much more in his tank.
Right.
That
Right.
Oh,
he's Batman. He's Beetlejuice. He's Mr. Mom.
Mm-hmm.
A part of our childhoods will die.
Right. Absolutely. Well, and he should have won the Academy Award.
He should have won, yeah.
So let's
Eddie
just say
Redmayne just doing an impersonation. Jerk.
I'm not taking anything away from Eddie.
I'm ready for Eddie to go just for screwing Michael
Keaton. Should have won that, but whatever.
You mess with Michael Keaton, you mess with me.
Well, how about you, Chris?
And this is not. Manganiello.
I did have Joe.
You want Joe to die.
I don't want Joe to die. But
you want him out of the picture so Sophia is free.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not,
why.
You know what? I got to go home to a wife.
You're a happily married man.
I'm not making any comments here.
You're looking.
You
you're
got
not
lustful
touching.
eyes, brother. Lustful eyes.
Looking, not touching.
But come on, you know what I mean? But no, Joe, I don't want Joe to die.
If you can see Chris, he's like 6 shades of red right now.
I really am. I don't know what I'm talking about. But no, Joe, you don't want Joe to die.
No.
Joe's the
Plus,
ladies love Joe, and
hell yeah.
Well, plus, I mean,
come on.
Jill's going to excuse herself for a minute here, but
I'm fanning myself with
because also I feel like he's still becoming a big star, so he might be like this huge Pittsburgh public figure, like for Pittsburgh.
Well, and he always will wear, like Keaton. He's a big city promoter.
He wears
he'll wear
t-shirts that are too small to show off his abs. I mean, like,
which I'm sure Jill's not complaining about.
No, hell no. Hells to the no.
No, but he's a big Pittsburgh proponent. He's a big Pittsburgh.
But does he make our list? Like, is he like?
Well, if you're talking about people you don't want to see die, I don't want to see him.
But is he in the Sally Wiggins, Michael Keaton territory?
Well, I'd probably not.
Like that's
he's close.
That's
for
exalted.
Me.
Well, obviously, Jill's
for other
sweating
reasons.
over here.
You know who I don't want to see die? Rick Seaback.
Oh man!
And I worry too because every time I see Rick, he's eating something terrible.
Yeah, he loves pie.
Yeah,
he's probably he's probably a ticking time bomb.
Yeah,
plus who's gonna do the Rick Seaback show on WQED when he dies? Like, I hope he's doing his own obituary show.
That would be awesome if he pre-records
and
that.
he just got all that money to do the new seven new Pittsburgh shows. So
exactly.
He can't kick the bucket.
Series.
Can't kick the bucket.
We need him around.
Rick
cannot
Seaback.
go.
He's in his 60s, right?
Looks
like he's looked the same age. He's looked the same age for like 20 years. Well, I'll go another guy on that. Rick Seaback's definitely on the list. Mike Lang.
Well, absolutely.
Because I mean, I know Mike obviously, but it's like he's one of those last great broadcasting giants who doesn't sound like everybody else. And
so, he's very much in that vein of Myron Cope, and Bob Prince, like those, last of those legends.
Yes. Drink you under the table.
And it's a shame because it makes me a little bit nervous because I know he just recently cut back. He's going to cut back in broadcasting. That makes me nervous. I hope he's cool. He's okay. Cool. Yeah. All right, good.
Mike's in his late 60s.
Okay, good.
So,
that's good.
I always say with Mikey, like, he'll always be talking, but at some point, like, it's like your voice. Like, it's tough.
Right. I don't know. Well,
interesting thing, by the way, you would not guess. Mike Lang's least favorite arena to work in is the one in Florida. Because the Florida arena is kept so cold that when we would go there for games for the Penguins to play the Florida Panthers, you would like bring a winter jacket and like a scarf. And Mike would like wear like a heavy jacket and like wear something that kept the wind, like kept the air conditioning on. Because they have to keep that place so much colder
because of the
heat and humidity. Yeah.
Interesting.
So he would always like we'd go to Florida. We know Mikey's gonna be in the worst mood, man. Like Mikey's gonna be in a bad mood today, boys. Freezing up there. And he'd be like, why can't they just keep this ice like cold without killing all of us? So.
Oh my gosh.
And there's nobody ever in the arena, so it's even colder. So yeah, Mike Lang's on that list.
Do you know who else looks good for their age and how long they've been around in the spotlight in Pittsburgh? It's Edgar Snyder.
Yes.
Penn State baby.
Yes.
Oh, that's not why he looks good.
Well, no.
I think he looks good because of Botox.
Maybe.
I've met Edgar. I mean, his face didn't move. Justin and I went and interviewed Edgar for our what was it? Our basketball
the bracketology.
He has looked exactly the same since like 1993.
He really has.
He has.
Really
and let me tell you, that point is more complicated than you think. Like I tried it. He was very like
you have to like twist
the wrist. You have to like twist and
the finger point. Yeah.
He's in pretty good shape. And I don't think he works so hard because every notice it's always we get money for you. It's like, my team of lawyers will get money for you. I will just collect all the profits.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this, I'm going to be in Florida.
Yeah, but I don't want to lose that.
Well, the big irony is if he would die in a car accident. I mean, that would be too soon. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Considering it hasn't happened, yes.
Yeah.
I think it's probably too soon.
I'm an asshole. What the hell?
You're worried about the Joe Manganiello stuff. You're like, but it's too soon to pronounce Edgar.
No, I'm sorry.
It would be sad, though. Like, what happens to those commercials? What was that commercial that they used to have? Kenny Ross? Where they
the little old lady.
Yeah, she was dead for like the entire run of them.
Aunt
Penny, yeah.
She was always dead. Like,
really? Aunt Penny was always dead?
Aunt Penny wasn't... Like, I think Aunt Penny died like within 2 years of those commercials, and they just kept like...
Oh, that's a shame.
What was her tagline? Like, you always save a penny with Kenny or something?
Yeah.
A penny with Kenny? No, maybe not. I don't know.
Right. Tell us what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, tell us what
I know there was a tagline there.
So...
Who else do we have on our Pittsburgh list of people?
Jill suggested Abby Lee Miller.
Yes, I was just going to bring her up.
Okay.
I mean, I just think that there's just so much drama there, and I get sucked into the drama. I want to see the drama continue.
I would miss having her to make fun of.
Plus, I want to see when she gets out of prison if she's become anybody's bitch in prison. That's what I want to know. Or did she shiv anybody in prison? I want to know that.
That would be more likely.
Yeah.
That would be more likely.
That sounds like a shoot in the shit if there ever was.
I don't think you want to fuck with Abby Lee Miller.
I bet she has her foot on somebody's throat right now.
Probably.
I'm going to miss newspapers when they go.
They're not going to die. What are you talking about?
Newspapers?
La 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 la.
What about Dave Crowley? We miss Dave Crowley.
Dave Crowley is great.
The rhyming.
Some of those broadcasters, those newscasters, I love those guys.
Dave Crowley, honestly, when you see him now, he's like the opposite of Sally. Like, Dave doesn't look good for his age. And here's the thing: when you cover a story,
sorry,
with Dave.
Hey, Dave.
No,
that's
I like
all
Dave,
right
but when
there.
Dave. No, Dave will be the first to tell you, like, there's a lot of makeup on, but like, I remember I was covering something at the aviary with Dave, and he didn't like his sort of, his rhyming. He kind of comes up with that on the spot, his script, right? So he didn't like it, so he made them do another one. He's like, no, I can say that better. And it's like, oh, come on, Dave, they're penguins. Like, let them go back in their penguin land. He's like, no, I can rhyme bus with something that doesn't sound pornographic, So, sorry, I was going back to Dolores from the episode nobody heard. But, I mean, it's an obvious one in sports, but we're not ready to say goodbye to Mario.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
No, that would be an absolute shocker.
Yes. Despite what Canadians have written about him recently. Stupid Canadian media jerks. I'm going to come find all of you and make you pay. We're not ready to say goodbye to Mario.
Absolutely not. No, Mario's got many years ahead.
And same with Maz.
Same with Maz.
Absolutely.
By the way, we haven't said goodbye to Maz. I just want to clear that because people always ask me, is like Bill Mazeroski still around?
No, he's still kicking.
The Pirates don't bring him out as much as they should. Like, I think Maz should be made to throw the first pitch every homestand.
I'm with you.
Now, they might not want to because he might be like, dude, I'm old. Like, I'm not pitching anymore.
I think he's 81.
Yeah.
I think he turned
Maz
81.
Is great.
Yeah.
Maz is outstanding.
Especially because it looks like the Pirates are gearing up for another 18 years of suckitude.
Right.
You don't want to lose Maz.
I'm not ready to lose McCutcheon either, but on a completely different scenario that Jill and I argue about routinely.
Yes,
really?
yes.
What about Jim Leland? Are we ready to lose him?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But he needs to stop smoking.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like Keith Richards, though, at this point. Like, it only makes him stronger.
Maybe.
That's true.
Yeah.
My fondest childhood memories are watching him lean on that dugout with that Marlboro between his fingers.
It's amazing
just
when you think about
cigarettes.
that. Like, we remember like him smoking in the
That's
dugout.
That would be
an indelible part of my
now.
childhood. Yeah.
Like, now you can't smoke anywhere. He was smoking in the dugout.
He was smoking on the steps that lead to the field, just chiefing them.
Yeah. Right. He could just throw the ash on the artificial turf. Actually, it was probably a bad idea to ash on the ash on the artificial turf.
I definitely will be sad when Jim Leland dies.
That's interesting though, because there are a lot of Pittsburghers. We've lost a lot over the past 10 to 15 years that would have been on this list. Like Sophie Masloff, she was beloved.
Sophie would have absolutely
when we lost Mr. Rogers, it's like almost 15 years ago now.
Bob O'Connor.
Bob
O'Connor. When he died.
Patty Burns.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot. I feel like if you're a local weatherman not named Jeff Drizella, you have a chance to make the list.
What is that?
No, I like Jeff,
What
but
the hell does
no,
that mean?
Jeff.
I like Jeff.
I do too. Jeff seems to anger people because of the stuff he used to do with the Steelers on games. Like Steeler fans would get angry at him.
Why?
So
Why? Yeah.
Because they're psychotic. I don't know. So like, But I'm
Oh,
willing.
no,
but
I
feel
like Jeff on the sidelines,
No,
actually.
I think even put Jeff in there. If you do the local weather here, you hold a special place in our heart.
Let's put it this way.
Joe DiNardo.
Joe DiNardo. We're not ready to lose Joe.
Well, first of all, I don't want Jeff Frisella to go.
No,
I would
I'm
definitely
not.
put him on this list because I went to college with him. So
Yeah.
he's in my he's on my plane.
No,
so I don't want him to go.
And let me be clear. I think sometimes not being on this list is a good thing. You know? Yes. But,
Yes.
I mean, Jeff can, press press a Buick, so I'm not worried about him.
Okay,
anytime
good.
soon.
All right.
I'm not ready to say about a Kevin Benson or any of them, you know?
No.
No,
but you're right. Joe DiNardo,
Joe.
Yeah.
When they say a word for Joe, it's going to be a sad day.
That's
Yeah,
awful.
absolutely.
So,
But you know what? I saw him. He was on, I think, one of the broadcasts last year, and he still looked great.
Yeah.
He was marveling at all the advancements in weather technology, and he was joking.
Computers!
Yeah, right.
They're awesome! I love this!
I believe it was with Ray Petlin from WTA, and he was joking and saying it used to take me 3.5 hours to put together a forecast, and you roll in 15 minutes before the cameras go on, and you're golden. And I thought that was hilarious.
Jeff Jimerson?
Oh.
I'm gonna miss Jeff, man.
I think he's
No comment.
overhyped. I think people have way too
people
sentimental.
love him.
They do love
People
Jeff
love
Jefferson.
Why?
Just
Why do he's not that great? His voice isn't that good.
Why do Penn State people like Joe Paterno still?
That's way different.
No, but I wanted to change
way
this topic
different.
to stop bashing on Jeff Jimerson. So
Oh no, yeah, Jeff. I just don't. I just feel like
Penguin fans will miss Jeff.
He's
the
I
only
don't
unique.
understand
He's the only unique anthem singer we have. That regularly does it. The Pirates don't have a regular.
Well, I will say at least the Penguins stick to themselves and they let Jeff sing in the Stanley Cup final as opposed to other teams.
Some cheap trick country artist that comes in and does stuff.
We stick loyalty, so that's good for them. So.
Speaking of singers, how about Wiz?
Yeah,
is he a singer?
Oh yeah, he counts as a singer.
No, I mean like if we ever heard him sing, I'm just curious. I know he raps. Does he sing?
But I think I don't know. I think you have to expand your definition of.
Hey, I'll miss Wiz just because honestly, every time the guy's near, I don't have to find any stash. I just it's just secondhand high.
That's right.
So, I'm a fan of Wiz, even though he got yellow and gold completely wrong. But I'll miss Wiz.
Black and yellow. It has a much better beat than black and gold. Gold.
No, black and yellow is much better. I agree.
It's still wrong.
You just need to expand your definition of yellow. That's all. Speaking of singers, what about Christina Aguilera?
You have to expand your definition of Christina's. I mean, no.
What? She's a phenomenal singer.
Is she? But
she is.
Does she count as one of us? Because she doesn't seem to want to be.
You're right.
Yeah,
she doesn't. I don't get the feeling she does, and she really was only here temporarily.
Yeah, so she can piss off. She
says she's from
All right,
Rexford.
screw Christina Aguilera.
We won't miss you because you don't miss us. Actually, that's a pretty good way of looking at it. So
yeah,
I think it's a good list.
It's a good list. Now we obviously haven't. There are a lot of people we did not mention.
Right.
That does not mean we want to see them dead.
I have a feeling everybody will want to see me go.
I think you're probably right.
I think
that.
you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Like me and Mark Madden will both be on the opposite side of the list. Stan Savran will get the love.
Oh, Stan.
Yeah,
I don't want to see Stan.
Be like, Stan, love the show. Why'd you go?
Yeah.
Poor Guy though. Guy won't get any love. It'll just be Stan.
Oh.
Like Stan, love the show. Guy.
Wow.
I feel bad.
Some guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Guy, but
I'm
just saying.
Yeah.
But Stan, people will be sad with Stan going.
Absolutely.
And Teak.
Well,
Teak. Yeah.
Teak, don't even. That's
Teak looks great. Knock on wood.
Love Teak.
Yes. I don't know. I think there's a lot of.
But
there's a lot.
And there's a lot more. So write us. Send us in. Let us know who else we missed.
We're on Twitter at Upgroove.
Right.
We're on the Facebook machine.
Yep.
Just look for Upgroove.
Yep.
We're on Instagram. If you have a picture of somebody, you can
definitely.
Yeah. And whatever else people do.
Comment on the card.
Comment on the card.
On the story and share it. And
please
definitely.
do.
And if you guys want to get together with me and we'll stand on Rob's grave and do all kinds of irreverent things, that's great. Just
talk about what a great guy Joe Paterno was.
Yeah. Right. Just at me. We'll make that happen.
All right, that's the Dead Show for the Upgroove podcast. I'm Rob Rossi.
I'm Chris Pastert.
I'm Jill Leonard.
No pants.
The Upgroove podcast was recorded at Trib Total Media Studios in Pittsburgh.